But you know, these are some of the challenges we face because most of those community members, they depend on what you bring to them. After you finish your implementation, your project, you leave the community, then what next? They'll be distracted. They don't know what to do. So, but what we want to do at Increaser, we don't leave the community like that. Right from the beginning, we use a model called Farmer School to kind of teach the community what they need to know about technology we are into to them. We take them from the section of the project, teach them what they need to know. They do it themselves, while we support them from behind. In this case, normally we have a structure where we have a lead, a facilitator, a chairman, a master trainer, and the likes, which we fetch from the community or from a system. That after the project, those people will continue with the project without paying them a dime. Even during the project, we don't pay them money, just to encourage them, to tell them that even after the project, we hope you can continue with the implementation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jerome. You said I shouldn't bother about time. I'm bothering about time because we have people here. So we see a whole lot of challenge. He has mentioned the challenge of acceptance, also the challenge of sustainability, especially for projects that bring in this good news to the various communities where we work. So I will go just one more questions round, just for 30 seconds.
The questions will come from audience.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
All right. So
at this point, hold on. This program was supposed to end now, but because of the challenges we have with technology, we have the liberty to take some more questions. Maybe by 15 minutes from now, we should be able to round up. So, sorry, Mr. Moderator, at this point in time, I want to take over to handle this job. Before we start asking questions, there are things these panelists need to, actually the main speaker, need to take home from us before we hear from other people. Now, you talked about standard nutritious recipes, which is very good. You talked about climate smart agriculture just now, very good. But how come, in spite of all the benefits we have from Biofortified foods, there's very, very low level of adoption? It means there's a problem, one, with promotion, two, nutrition education, three, extension workers. But no matter what you do in your laboratory, if the extension workers are not trained along and to take this message to the farmers on a consistent basis, consistent basis, they will always report back to what they are used to, and that's what you have been experiencing. So I want people to engage more, not with people like us alone, with the press. Engage more with the press. It could be television, it could be newspapers, it could be other media, so that people get to know. You have a good example of a testimony you gave. How many Nigerians are aware? We are just hearing, I'm hearing it for the first time. So please devote part of your resources to press so that we can hear what you are doing. You know, when you are blinking in the dark, nobody will know whether you are blinking or not. Thank you very much. So we take questions 1, 2, 3, 4. For now, if there is time again, we can take. But I think by the time you attack all these 4, time will have gone. Thank you very much, Mr. Moderator.
Good morning, all. Thank you for your presentation. My question is this: since we started this program, we have been talking about issue of GMO plants. Even the students had debates and so on. And so when you were having your presentation, I began to wonder, if biofortified plants can be curative and improve yield and most of the things you have said here, then why are we not aware of it? Why are we arguing about GMO plants? Why are the policymakers not made to understand that this is a way out? And we are now arguing about GMO plants with all the arguments. Even yesterday here, so many things, argument came up with the presenters. So that's just one. Well, my question is, what efforts have you made
in the question?
Yes.
Only one question.
Okay, sorry. What effort have you made with policymakers to really make them understand the curative aspect of these biofortified plants and even improve yield of it? Sorry, and you said one. And then the second question I had, if you will.
Good morning, sir. My name is John, and I want to just add to what Professor Onima was said on the effort of the biofortification. I heard that part of the effort was to collaborate with AKTH in one of the millet or sorghum. And I think our people accept, they believe their doctors, they believe their health practitioners more. If these products are pushed out from the health institution, maybe they are sick, they get to hospital, this is the product they gave them, they get well. They will go out there to preach it more. So I will rather recommend that if you can partner with all our teaching hospitals, supplying them with this grain as a point of pushing or promoting this product, it will go a long way in acceptance than just going directly to the farmers. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ngozi Nam from University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Mine is a comment. Following up with what the chairman said about nutrition education. In fact, why there is more tendency for these farmers to go for their own is that they don't fully understand what these biofortified crops are all about. So before you start talking to them, try and explain clearly what it is all about. That issue of millet curing anemia is because biofortified crops have increased micronutrient content, iron being one of them. And there is a need to distinguish between biofortified crops and GMOs. They are not in any way the same. And people tend to shy away from GMOs. So we need to tell people what biofortified crops are and the benefits. I'm a very strong advocate of the use of biofortified crops. And it is good we promote it to eradicate micronutrient deficiencies. Thank you.
Four.
Okay.
We took 2 here, 1 here, and here. So you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's like you wanted to do a job for me. On the latter one. I think one of the challenges I expected to have heard from research is the limited quantity of the initial biofortified seeds. And that explains why the publicity is low. So, research, what do you intend to do? Because just like the chair said, we need extension, we need education, we need media. But the major problem now is even the quantity to be planted by the farmers directly is still limited. So what efforts are we doing to have this Jirani, Chachi in a large quantity that we go around the states? Because we are within Kano, and even within the Kano, it's still not within all the areas. That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me hand over to the lead speaker. Others that have any comment can also add.
Thank you very much, sir. I didn't know the Director of Nutrition from Federal Ministry of Science and Tech is in our midst. Apology for not knowing that. Thank you very much. For the rest, well, we have limited time to discuss all this, but one thing important is this. We just had a meeting yesterday in Abuja. In fact, I have to struggle to come back to join this program on the difference between GMO and biofortified. Now, when you talk of GMO, there are genes inserted from either bacteria, virus that have control over either drought or pest or whatever disease challenges, which psychologically people think the gene from that bacteria can infect human beings, which is completely a different scenario. They are not, because you have only incised one of the segment of the DNA, either the T, the guanine, or the thymine, to just facilitate the release of maybe the insects scaring protein that does not allow insect to fall on that crop, like the cowpea, for example. So, as for human consumption, it has nothing to do with your health, because it is food. But the biofortified is a natural cross breeding, where you look at the heritable gene inherited naturally by crossing to improve on the nutrient content or the mineral content of the particular variety of interest. So the psychology behind GMO biofortified is just commercial, because those who are already afraid of losing market, when people adopt that, is why they are fighting back that the GMO has to do with wiping away people. That's what they did in vaccine. They say those who are collecting vaccine for children, maybe in the next 30 years, they will go infertile. But some of us who took it, we have children. So these are just some psychological challenges affecting our people, and is commercially biased. Those who think that those who have high tech for GMO are coming to take away African market and so forth and so forth. But the fault is at our end, because we're supposed to also grow alongside with that technology so that we can have indigenous systems of doing that. The issue of educating our people, we don't work alone. We work with the national partners. We have IR, we have Lecture Research Institute, we have CDA, and all those that are involved, like we talk about Harvest Plus, whom we handed over millet variety for activity with those farmers. If you talk of Kano State, I think we have trained over 500 EAs and lead farmers, and we have trained over 300 women in WIA on the recipes and the importance and the roles of these crops. But like I said, we are highly disconnected, because everybody wants to play his own role and look like a champion. But if we pull our hands together, definitely without looking at who is a champion, but what do we champion to target and solve as a solution, as a team, definitely we'll get it through. The nutrition science, I know, like when we are working in other places, and we call them to the field, let's go for PVAs to farmers. They are already afraid of the storm or the itching of the millet when they get to the field. They want to be in the lab only to just bring in last 2 weeks. We have to pull out one of our physiologists to join us as far as to Gombe or to Sokoto, to Bauchi. It was there she discovered, so this is millet, this is granite, this is sorghum. Because all of them just want to be in the lab and only be looking at the grain without knowing what the villagers are going through. So we need to work together. And for the seeds, we have policies that regulate seed system. But what we have done is to develop a kind of policy framework to the national